My 20F, exbf's 21M, mom is begging me to forgive her son. So my ex and I were neighbors and childhood friends. Both my parents have always been absent parents and his mom basically raised me as her own daughter. When she found out we were dating, she was probably more thrilled than we were. Anyways, the two of us were together for almost 6 years. And those were the happiest I have ever been. During the entire time we were together, I always told him that I would forgive everything he does to me except for cheating. My parents both have affairs, still refuse to divorce because of societal image, and my family is super toxic. So I always believed I would never walk down that path, and cheating is the last shred. The two of us were in a long-distance relationship for around a year as he went abroad for his master's. When I video called him randomly, I could see he just woke up. While we were talking, a girl walked in behind him wearing his hoodie. What am I to think of it? He panicked and just nothing happened. He brought her in front of me and even she assured they didn't hook up. Apparently they went partying, got drunk. He invited her home. When he was about to get to it, he suddenly realized this is bad. Not what he wants. Pushed her and nothing happened. She slept in another room as it was too late. 1. I found it too hard to believe nothing happened. 2. Even if what he said was true, there is no way in hell was I going to feel grateful. I fucking hated his guts and would never ever trust him again. Well, I broke up. He came back home for winter vacation, cried in front of his mom and begged me to forgive him, saying nothing happened, blah blah blah. I ignored. Now his mom has been visiting me daily and insisting on listening to his side and giving him another chance, as she believes her son would never betray me. She is straight up emotionally guilt-tripping me, being all, I have always treated you as my own child. Can't you repay me once by forgiving my son? I love her. I really do. So much more so than my own bloody family. I always saw her as my actual mother. Hence I am unable to answer back rudely or refuse her from visiting me. But it's too much for me. I am not sure WTF am I supposed to do. Should I actually listen to her and give him another chance? Or toughen up and tell her to stop? This woman doesn't get to coerce you into being in a relationship you don't want to be in, regardless of her relationship to you. Her leveraging her parental closeness by trying to coerce you into that relationship is really skeezy. It's heartbreaking to realize. But she will never be as invested in you as she is in her bio child, and she is willing to sacrifice your happiness to make him happy. So you just need to tell her clearly, I am not in a place to forgive him, but I love and value you. So if you want us to continue a relationship, I need you to stop and give me space. What her son did is unforgivable. And even if you could get past it, not saying you should, her coming over and bombarding you isn't going to make that happen. I have lots of sarcastic things to say, particularly around her saying you should do this for her as a mother. Well, maybe she should mother her son to not be a piece of garbage. But you don't need to do all that. Stop answering the door. Stop answering her phone calls. If you need to, go stay with a friend for a few days. Be clear with her, kindly, that what she is doing isn't working, and only pushing you away even more, and to give you space. If she can't give you that basic level of respect, then you need to be firmer and stop responding to her entirely. Stand your ground and hold your standards. You're completely right here. The mom should be the one who scolds her son, not begging his ex to take him back after cheating. He doesn't have to physically cheat in order to betray your relationship. Even if he didn't sleep with her, he still brought a woman home after partying with the intent to sleep with her. That is a relationship ender. Toughen up and tell her to stop it. Having these kind of standards are good for your life path. If you tolerate someone betraying your relationship now, You risk allowing others to do the same in the future. People would have better relationships if they only gave one chance regarding cheating. Dump and go after better. He and his mother think you are an idiot. It's sad, but you need to distance yourself from them. His mother is trying to manipulate you, and you should tell her that her son is an adult and it's embarrassing that his mommy is trying to interfere in his relationship and guilt trip you into staying with a cheater. My wife's mom is like this and it's annoying. Sometimes you have to be blunt and honest with people. Her son's an adult. He messed up and will have to deal with the consequences. It's hard to believe he took a woman home, got her in the bed, then decided, nah, I don't want to do this. You did the right thing. Fuck that guy, lol. Tell your second mom her son is a cheater and she shouldn't wish a cheater on you. You tell her, no, I cannot forgive your son for cheating. This has nothing to do with repaying you because I do not owe you anything. Least of all my forgiveness for your son and his behavior. If you have a problem with that, speak to him about being disloyal. You're going to have to be firm. She will take it as rude, but that's only because she's not getting her way. You do not have to deal with this manipulation and coercion from a woman who should have raised a better child. Hard pass. She needs to accept it and leave you alone. I don't want to be with someone who thinks it's appropriate to have people of the opposite sex sleep over. He's free to do whatever he likes. Quote, he 100% cheated. No doubt about it. And probably longer than you think, 'cause wearing his hoodie and being that comfortable. She was his steady hookup. Do not set yourself on fire to keep other warm. Your ex's broken heart is a result of his own bad judgment. His mom is way out of line, putting her love for you as a bargaining chip to keep her son happy. Their happiness, disappointment are not your responsibility nor your burden to fix. No contact with everyone involved. This is weird and gross behavior. It doesn't matter how long you've known each other. And by the way, I can forgive anything, but cheating is a standard you should raise. If you loved me as a daughter the way you say you do, you should be accepting that I refuse to put up with infidelity instead of trying to emotionally manipulate me into staying in a bad relationship, especially knowing my history. You should be ashamed of his behavior and yours and come to terms that me and him are over. If you decide to reflect and apologize, I'll be waiting for it. But as it stands, if you keep trying to coerce me to take back an unfaithful partner, I'll have to distance myself from you as well. Please don't make me have to choose that route. Wait, so he admitted to the intention but not the act, and his mom is supportive of that behavior? Hard nope on that. It's your boundary. He crossed it. It's over. You're the one that got away. Mommy and son have to suck it up. If I was in your ex's mom's shoes, I would be on your side. I'd be telling my son he never should have put himself in that position, and actions have consequences. Your decision to walk away is yours and yours alone. Do not let someone else manipulate you into being with someone. You had a hard boundary that he knew of and he chose to ignore it. Even if nothing happened, he brought her home with the intention on doing something, and if he can entertain the idea, he's not worth your time. Good for you. Stand your ground. Let's say what he said is true. He was going to sleep with her but had a second thought and decided not to. The intent to cheat was there. Just because he didn't go through with it, that doesn't absolve him. My ex beat me up. In front of our infant, no less. I broke up with him. My ex's father would call me to ask about my child and would ask me to forgive him. I kept telling him forget it. This is after I sent pictures to him of how he left me. I had enough. I was trying to remain cordial with him for the sake of my child. The last time he called asking me to forgive his son, I told him He wouldn't be doing this if it was his daughter. If he was going to keep calling to talk about his son, he needed to stop calling altogether. Which is what he did. His mother needs to stop meddling. She can't guilt-trip you into a relationship that has long expired. Tell her you love her and want a relationship, but she can't be bringing up her son. If she insists, as much as it may hurt, you'll have to consider cutting ties. The other girl walked in wearing his hoodie for a reason. To let you know she's there now. Walk away. Block him and his mother. She's emotionally guilt-tripping you. You got that right. Don't let her. I'm so sorry, honey. Red heart. Honey. He is having his mom try to guilt you to take him back. This is a bigger red flag than him cheating. Stop talking to her and block them both. Your instincts are correct. He cheated. You know it. His mom knows it. You don't need to be rude. But you do need to be truthful and say your words with conviction. Under no uncertain circumstances will I ever allow myself to be taken for granted by your son or anyone else. If I were to bring a man home after drinking all night, I would never expect anyone to believe me when I claimed nothing happened. Nor would I expect forgiveness. Because I would know it was totally inappropriate, disrespectful, and devastating to my significant other. And because of those facts, I would never have done that to him. So, I find it very difficult to understand why you would encourage me to disrespect myself and my self-worth by ignoring his blatant disregard of my feelings and our relationship. The fact that he never intended to get caught doesn't even factor into the devastation I feel because of your son's actions. I would appreciate your understanding in this situation and let it go. I will never forgive him for doing this to me. Please let it go so I can at least keep my second mother in my life. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.